You guys, back up. Back up a little bit. Alright guys, cars number 9. Move out the way. Yeah. Move down.
Oh my God, look at the door.
Lorenzo.
Actually, my car guy's here. You can ask him, we don't know about the car, but all the cars.
You drove that. What makes that one special about it?
I drive all of them.
Is that one cool or what makes it? I mean,
Well, all of my cars is cool. All of them are special to me because I know I work so hard to get everything that I got.
that's only one that's two in the world.
It's only one for Mayweather in the world.
Please, back up. Why retire when you are so dominant?
Lorenzo.
It's not the time. You know, I accomplished everything I needed to accomplish in the sport. I've done a lot. Just been a professional for almost 20 years. No boxing can take toll on my body.
What do you feel about maybe not your first the whole promotions for picking Berto? Why that? I mean,
It don't really matter. It don't really matter who's the opponent. They're going to have something to say. You know, first it was that he was scared of Pacquiao. Then I beat the guy that they said was on such a high plateau. They're never happy. As long as I'm satisfied, that's what counts. It's all about self-preservation.
I heard you a couple fights ago where you said, you know what, I've earned the right to take a fight who I want to take a fight.
They said, you know, if I'm not mistaken, they said Pacquiao was the guy. That's what they said. Like I said before, everybody that criticized Floyd throughout the years, fought Cotto, fought Canelo, fought Pac. You know, when Diego Corrales, when he wrestled peace, when he was at the top, I fought him when he was undefeated. I fought Ricky Hatton when he was undefeated. You know, all the best fighters in my era, I beat.
Well, I can't imagine you retiring at 39 and 0. You got that record to sit at that.
It's really not about the, you know, it's really not about the record. It's about, you know, doing record-breaking things and helping other young fighters, you know, try to accomplish other things like breaking your record. That's the ultimate goal, is to build the next Floyd Mayweather, or to find the next Floyd Mayweather.
Since you say this is your last fight, can you take us back to your first pro fight at Texas Station? What do you remember?
I fought on Johnny Tapia undercard. You know, and he rest in peace. Another legendary champion. I can remember fighting at the Texas Station. Cool place.
Did you ever imagine you'd reach this place?
I believe everyone when a kid pray. Stay on the right path. Had an encouraging father. A very encouraging grandmother, the woman that raised me to be the man of great character, you know, today. I'm just blessed.
Floyd, you were out there at that grand opening of that new arena. You were there, you drove the tractor in and all that. I cannot imagine you not wanting to at least fight one time in that new thing.
No, I think.
What?
No, September 12th. I think we got a couple weeks, you know, 2.5, 3 weeks. And, you know, I'm ready to hang it up and spend time with my children. That's what's important. Make sure they go to college, get the best education.
Why should people believe you're retiring?
As long as I believe. No, it's not really about the people.
Coming over here, but you have to back up. Seriously, you gotta back up.
Okay, but they have to back up the meter.
That's what
You're in my
I fought in my era.
What's important?
I fought them all in my
Not
era.
in my way.
I beat them all.
I don't know about anything else.
Is there any that's more special than the other?
Oh, right there. See it?
Floyd,
First one day.
if Rocky was alive today, Marciano, would he say, would he advise you perhaps to go for his record and break him?
I'm not really sure. We always talking about record-breaking things. I mean, we always talk about the negative things. Talk about things like who done the highest gate, or who done the biggest on pay-per-view, or who took the best punishment, or who landed on a higher percentage. Floyd Mayweather.
How big of an impact taking the toll on your body that boxing can? How big of a part
many young fighters that's on the rise. You know, like I said before, we're looking for the next Floyd Mayweather. That's all it's been going. We're looking for the next pay-per-view star. And do I think we have it? Absolutely.
Berto, you're such a favorite of this fight. What problems maybe? Where's Berto pose?
Like a work hard for every other fight.
Has it been nostalgic for you now? You know, say it's your last fight. Do you start getting flashbacks and thinking about this is the last time I'm going to do this?
No, I don't worry about that. I've done this my whole career, so you know I don't really focus on that.
Hey Floyd, you look at this media turnout. This is pretty big. For the people who criticize this fight, is this an indication that more people want to see this fight than some fans say?
I still a positive now. I don't focus on that. Brother, it don't matter who I fight, they're gonna have something to say.
Hey, Manny Pacquiao, he told you before the fight, after the fight, he wanted to sit down and talk to you about God. He ever set that appointment up with you?
I heard, from what I hear, that he's, I guess, a certain type of water, salt water.
Yes.
He held his arm. It is what it is.
But Freddie Roach just actually said, and I'm quoting, he said that that's a fucking story that that Roaches came up, that Manny Pacquiao came up with. So he's saying that was just a story.
I mean, Roach supposed to say that he's supposed to protect his fighter. That's his job, is to protect his fighter.
Floyd, you've done everything in the sport besides lose. That's the only thing you haven't done in it. What is there anything left for you to do? Is there anything left for you to do, Floyd, at this point, or you're
Just build the Mayweather Promotions, team. Build our promotion company, take it to the next level. Continue to work with these young fighters, push them, help them try to get to that pay-per-view level.
Are you going to do anything different in this fight, Floyd? I mean, this is a guy, Berto, fast guy. Anything different you're going to do in this fight?
We'll just see. We'll see how everything plays out. I predicted the future 48 times. Number 49, we just let it be what it is.
I heard you've been sparring and you've been knocking guys out, putting work out. I mean, do you like getting tested by these young guys and still showing them, loose balls in there?
Just experience. I use my experience that I have in the sport. I've been around the sport so many years, and I just know what it takes.
What about a big fight for you to kind of set the table, Emmanuel Augustus? I think that was a real turning point for you. You showed more heart in that fight than in many of your fights.
No, actually, it wasn't a good fight for me. Being in a toe-to-toe battle is not a good thing. The best and coolest thing about my career is it's called the sweet science. It's hitting and not getting hit. Making a lot of money and not taking any punishment and leaving the sport with all your faculties. That's the best thing about my career.
Floyd, would you compare Andre Berto to anybody you faced before?
I can't say. I just know he's a very exciting fighter. And every time he go out there, he gives it 100%.
Floyd, would you change anything in your career at this point, or are you glad everything just worked out the way it did?
I'm glad everything, worked out the way it did. If not, then I wouldn't be the first fighter to make, 9 figures in one night.
I score for it.
Know who the next pay-per-view star is? Can you share who that is? Oh, absolutely not. I would not do that. I'll keep that to myself.
Floyd, $4.8 million car out there. How did you get it? There's only 2 in the world. How did Floyd get that car?
I know some cool people in cool places. Actually, you know what? My car guy. Here, y'all guys just talk to my car guy, Obi. You sit down and talk with him and find out. Whoa!
You still like your Suburban better than it, or you like that one better?
I like my Suburban.
Floyd, since you are retired, would you ever consider returning to WWE?
I don't know. I don't really know what the future holds as of right now.
Floyd, how tired are you physically and of all this?
It's work. It's work.
Do you truly think you can deny your competitive juices and not come back?
You want to talk to you about the car?
Sure.
How did Floyd get this car? There's only 2 in the world.
Yeah, there are only 2 in the world. It was a very, very special deal. We got it through a billionaire. He wanted to send it to Floyd, and through some of my channels, I was able to acquire the car for him. And then at that point, Floyd called me at 3:15 in the morning, and he said, "Hey, Obi, I want to come down to your showroom to look at the car." He came down around 4:30 a.m. I spent about 2 hours with him. He seemed very excited. And then, we started training. And then on Friday, he called me. He said, Obi, I want that car, and I want it down. So I started moving, got in here, delivered to him at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Wow. Hey,
It's a very special car. It's a hyper car. You got supercars and you got hyper cars. The car weighs about 2,800 pounds. It's a Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita. The word Trevita is Swedish for 3 whites. So Koenigsegg is the first automobile manufacturer to develop this technology of the 3 whites. There are only 2 cars in the world. They were making 3, but they ended up with 2. There's only 1 U.S. car, 1 U.S. spec car. He has a U.S. spec car. The other cars are European spec, and that's over in Switzerland. The car weighs about 2,800 pounds. It does 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Top speed is 254 miles an hour plus.
Wow.
Absolutely, under 3 seconds.
Wow.
Top speed is got 1,018 horsepower. Top speed is over 254 because at 254 miles an hour, the car was still cooling. That's the story with that car.
When you get to the Cali,
You gotta talk about my 3 Bugattis that I got.
I've been writing about them on all accent.
He also got those 3 Bugattis. Bugatti number 1 was okay. Bugatti number 2 was the most challenging because Champ called me at 3 a.m. and he said he wanted that car in his driveway in 12 hours.
Can you do me a favor? Can you give the cars a name at least?
Floyd, September 12th, history in the making. It may be the last fight of Floyd Money